Barely a year before the 2016 general election, there is a growing agitation for electoral reforms to level the playing field. This comes on the heels of a countrywide campaign championed by civil society and the opposition on electoral reforms this year. The findings have since then been compiled into a blueprint which will be discussed at the National Consultation on Free and Fair Elections Forum at Hotel Africana tomorrow.
We know that in our constitution, Article 1 says all power belongs to the people. And because we think that elections are critical for democracy, we think it is important for citizens to have their voices heard.
After the debate, which is meant to enrich in the discussion on electoral reforms, the views will be submitted to the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. Some of the key reforms to be discussed include an independent electoral commission constituted through a competitive recruitment process, adopting rules that prevent the misuse and misappropriation of public funds during elections, and internal democracy within political parties.
They have proposed, for instance, that probably one thing that could be done is for the president to go up to the end of his term, hand over to a fairly independent authority. So some place they propose Chief Justice, in other place they propose the Speaker, and they're saying that after that, then we can hold nomination within 30 days and run campaigns for 6 months, then organize elections.
But will Cabinet hold these proposals in good stead and incorporate them into the reforms which will be tabled in the House? Leonard Okello, the director of the Uhuru Institute, is optimistic that these proposals, which mirror the views of the citizenry, will be considered by those in authority.
When the final document is produced, both sides in the House are going to find it very, very useful. For instance, we are discussing how to strengthen political parties.
Okello anchors his argument on the recent comments made by the President Yoweri Museveni when the NRM lost the Ruwero woman member of parliament by-election.
Recently, he raised concerns about election rigging in Ruwero when Nabukenya was elected. When the man who fought for 5 years because elections were rigged begins to get worried about election rigging, then we should take election rigging very seriously and make elections free and fair.
Okello opines that though the NRM party has the numerical strength, he believes lawmakers will objectively debate these proposals. However, former Health Minister and Bush War historical Major General Jim Muhwezi says that the electoral body has been impartial in the past elections.
The members on the commission, I know them. They are very respectable people, people with integrity, people who were selected by government, found to be appropriate.
He also argues that the playing field is largely leveled ahead of the 2016 polls.
I think we have very good electoral laws for this country that have delivered successfully.
Opposition Doyen Dr. Kiza Besigye argues that without meaningful reforms, the 2016 polls will be another ritual to entrench the regime in power. However, the sitting government has accused the alternative side of finding excuses whenever they lose at the ballot. Solomon Serwanja, NTV Weekend Edition.